Welcome, welcome. Come on in and join me for tea. I know it's well past 3 and even past 6. Are we good? Okay. I'm coming on here because I have something to fix. In my little crime series on Savannah Guthrie, I want to keep it straight on the visions I share and see. This is day 66 missing. And it is, since Nancy has been visiting me, day 13. I'm not here to scare or confuse. And I'm certainly not here to even accuse. I simply want to provide my clues so we can together all use them to good use. Cheers. Before I begin, it's April 7th, and I really must honor my grandmother in heaven. Today is the actual day of her birth. I want to honor her for showing me my worth. As God is my witness, she's both guardian and guide. And she is the one who ensures I am telling no lies. So, information received can be specific or cryptic. And even I will ask, well, which one is it? You never mind. You just keep focused. And mediumship is not hocus pocus. In truth, it's the way that spirit can both reach us and poke us. Sometimes just a word or even a sentence. They can even engage your clairsentience. It's a feeling and it's a whisper. And you know when they're there, when you feel that little breeze that raises your hair. Okay, now, especially, and unfortunately, when a victim's life has been ended, until someone gets their message over and over again, they will send it. Okay. There is only one truth, and they want you to have it. And honestly, they even pray that you can resolve it. Visits are visits, but hauntings are hauntings. And if you know what I mean, you know it's daunting. So the quickest way to really make it end is to simply pass along the messages they send. So, in that light, I'm taking responsibility today in this session of tea because I really don't want people to be misled or confused. And as I'm saying earlier, I am not here to accuse. So, if you are watching this series, this is now part 4. You are welcome to investigate part 1, 2, and 3 that are also on this TikTok channel at Sacred Sax. And it is also on my YouTube channel. Full-length videos of anything I've done on the Nancy Guthrie case can be found in their entirety on YouTube at Sax Francisco Clairvoyant Medium. Now, I want to take responsibility for something that I did post on my TikTok page, and it was a little text TikTok post where you can just put a text, and I believe my words were, is there a Michael that's involved in the kidnapping? The reason I put that out on my page is on April 3rd, before I did my Facebook Live on last Friday night, I had the TV on and I did have Nancy Grace. I still had Nancy Grace on that day too, but I had a different YouTube video that was discussing Nancy Guthrie. And on that program, someone flashed a photo of Nancy Guthrie. And all of a sudden it was pretty big, and it was a close-up of her face. I could see her eyes very clearly. And a true way that mediums can receive information is sometimes you truly will see things, like honestly, come off the TV, no joke. It's not the first time that's happened. I've had faces of the missing people actually jump out of missing persons websites when I've been searching them for some of the cases I've contributed to. So it's bizarre, but it's true. It's a true way that some things can be relayed as messages to you. All of a sudden you're seeing something, especially on a photo. That's an exceptionally easy way to get more information. So the reason the name Michael came up was when the photo of Nancy flashed on my TV. Again, I was in the middle of stuff. I was getting ready for a live. So even though nobody's looking at my bedroom, I'm shooting it in my bedroom and I was moving stuff out of the way. And I was just doing all of this stuff. All of a sudden, I could see the photo on my TV. And I remember bending down and just seeing it. And all of a sudden, it's as if she was right there in front of me. And that's where I got the name Michael. So Michael came flying out. And since I have posted that one question on TikTok, I do appreciate, I also put it on my YouTube link. It's on the longer version of the original videos. What I truly appreciate is that many people are commenting. You are adding to my lack of knowledge for the region. You are adding to my lack of knowledge of the family. I do not profess to know anything about the Guthrie family. And somebody has politely informed me that Michael is the name of Savannah Guthrie's husband. Now, I honestly did not know that, and I want to make it explicitly clear now that I do know that there's a family member named Michael. I still want to make it implicitly clear that I am not accusing anyone with the name Michael. When I saw the information practically float towards me, hearing the name Michael, what's really good is what we'll do is it's kind of like, you'll see one thing that they are trying to communicate, and then what's really important is if you kind of like just try to keep freezing on that information, you hope it gets expanded. So I'm going to give you the God's honest truth of what I felt when I saw that, when I heard the name Michael. God's honest truth, it was simply that I believe someone named Michael is known by Nancy, and she is suggesting that that person may know the perpetrators without realizing it. Okay, it's not that I was picking up this is a perpetrator, so I really want to clarify that. But it is definitely more on a level of I really don't feel family connected from the beginning, honestly, from the moments I started tuning in only in March, since March 26. I really do not feel that family is involved. So if by any chance, here we go, saying that there is a Michael in the family, I would simply take it that if there is any Michael known personally to Nancy Guthrie, I would still want to put eyes on them because the perpetrators might have used them or gained knowledge that might be there. Okay, so just be careful though. So I just really want to make sure that people understand that I'm not accusing anyone, but honestly, now that I know that there's a Michael in the family, I would seriously be saying to law enforcement that go back to Michael and just especially ask, did you ever see anything or know anything, or if you think of anyone betraying your confidences, if you now look at what the case is, does anything trigger you in betrayed confidences, or did someone ask you a few more questions that that wouldn't seem normal now that you put it in perspective? Okay, so when I'm thinking of if people are leading me to Michael in the family, I would say that is the line of questioning. Does anything trigger, even let's say over the last 2 years, doesn't even have to be recent. Do you remember anyone asking too many questions, or all of a sudden, just being a little bit more fascinated? Could they have come across information that they could use to their advantage? So now, just in saying that, whenever you still get a name, you really have to keep open to every single thing. So again, I don't want to point fingers, but it would still say logical. Look for other people she knows named Michael. Could she have rented to someone? Is there someone on the street that maybe they saw something more than you realize? So anyway, not pointing fingers. And I most certainly do not encourage or condone any type of vigilantism. If somebody perceives it could be someone, of course, it's not our business to go after a person. So this is strictly to share information. I'm not trying to confuse. I just want that to be known. I'm not trying to accuse. Now, the other thing that people have followed up on since I started these little mini videos is in video 3, especially the long version, I was going into what I'm sensing about the perpetrators. And what I am sensing about the perpetrators, somebody has given me a little bit of detail back. I was saying that with one of the perpetrators, who I believe is not in the house at all, I believe that the person is on some sort of comms network amongst the crew, and they're discussing the logistics of this operation over these comms. And I keep wanting to identify perpetrator number 3. Okay, I'm asserting that perpetrator number 1 is the doorbell camera person. And I'm going to continue to say that what Nancy has shown me, I do believe there are 2 people in the home, and that they, of course, know each other, but they could be somehow generation apart. And okay, so I'm always identifying these 2 people, perpetrator 1, perpetrator 2, and they always have something to do with these things. And it is kind of like, just summarizing it up really quickly, it's almost like the 2 in the house were responsible and compacted to take care of certain things. And what I see them specifically in charge of is infiltrating the house, sedating the hostage, retaining and getting ready for removal, and relocating. Okay, so perp 1, perp 2, if you're going to follow me, I'm always going to be insisting there's 2 people in the house and they were responsible for what I just said. Okay, I'm also saying that Nancy showed me communication, the way that they are speaking. It is not over cell phone. It is walkie-talkie communications where there's a private channel and there's a third perpetrator. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing this up. Third perpetrator, I believe quite firmly, is a Caucasian person. And I believe that perp 1 and 2 are Hispanic. And I do feel that this is like a copycat Mexican kidnapping. So I really do feel that the 2 people in the house very well could be Mexican. Okay, but the perp 3 that I see being the communications expert, I actually suspect that that truly is his career. I do believe that when I was saying in the video, I see him going up a pole, I see him going up poles, and I was asking, you know, it looks like he is doing, like I couldn't figure out if it was a telephone pole he's going up because I feel he's connected to communications, or was he going up a hydro pole? But what I do know when I tune into these people using the comms, the communication networks, the Caucasian definitely knows, he would, if he has communications, I would say that he has the latest in communications. He would be up on what's new in communications. He would be up on what to use in this type where it's not getting traced back. Okay. And what I want to still say about perp 3, he's never been at the property and he's never been near Nancy or her body. He has done everything from a distance. Okay. And so somebody has been very kind to comment on the YouTube channel that they feel the description that I was giving, for those that know more than I do, they're all out there. This is being suggested that this person could be what you guys call a journeyman, lineman. Okay, so please see if that makes sense. I have never heard journeyman and I have never heard lineman, but I have described what I'm seeing about this person, and the public, thank you very much, is suggesting that. Okay, so I'm not in Arizona. I don't know the family. And listen, I do know that some people are commenting, and there's a lovely medium in I'm sorry, not Taos. I'm sorry. I believe that there is a medium directly in Tucson that did a little bit of her TikTok video saying, hey, people are asking me about Nancy Guthrie, but it is not integrity to be tuning into someone without the permission of their family. And she's right there. And honestly, for the best read, it really would be imperative that this is a Christian family, so I don't know that they want to go running off to mediums, number one, and that's to be respected. Yeah. Anyway, just keep this in mind. I know that, but what I want to make a point of is a lot of people have also commented, go directly to the family. Well, I know I'm saying already, I don't believe that this family is involved in this, okay? I'm not saying that at all, but on missing persons cases, what you have to understand is sometimes you don't want to involve the family because they really are in on it, okay? So you have to find the happy medium of finding the balance of when you actually, if and when you actually really want the family discussing things with the medium. If the family is truly open to it, they'll obviously search for their own, and God works in miraculous ways. It'll usually just be put right in front of you, okay? So, but this is what's interesting though. Regardless of your religion, I can tell you this right now, regardless of your religion during your life. And I do know I've seen that Nancy is, she must be Christian, correct? Okay. So it does not matter what faith you actually had on the planet. As soon as you cross over, truth is truth. And some of the dogma that truly is associated with a lot of religions and other spiritual paths, you will see what I mean when you get there. You're all clairvoyant by the time you get to heaven, and you see through every layer of truth. And if the victim of a crime truly wishes to be found, they will go through any medium to be found. And in God's light, mediums work. So I still want to reiterate that if any Christians are just absolutely freaking out, thinking that a couple of mediums or the whole freaking world of mediums are tuning into Nancy Guthrie, nothing happens without God's permission.